Hello, this is the first in a set of videos where I'm going to take you through the list exercise and look at solutions to each function that was written. We're going to start off here with this generateIntList. This is a pretty standard tools function you can create where we just generate some list of some size and then return it for the user to use. This is really useful when you're trying to write some code and you want a bunch of lists to be generated. So these are all set up where we're going to have a description of the function up here. So we, pardon me. There we go. This function takes 3 parameters. We'll generate and return a list of length n where the list contains values low, which is less than or equal to list at I, which is less than or equal to high. So, and then I tell you that n is an integer n representing, spell that right, representing length of list. Low is the lowest possible value of the list, and high is the highest possible value of the list. So what we want to make sure we understand is this function, we're writing a generalized function where n, low, and high will change. And we have a little test code down here that I'm going to comment in. And you'll see that in this specific case, 10 is n, 5 would be low, and 6 would be high. So what's happening is this: if I pass this into the function, we're going to generate a list with 10 elements that contain 5 and 6 in some random combination. If I actually go and run this right now, what we're going to print to screen is none. And the reason why we're printing none to screen is because currently this function doesn't actually return anything because there's no return statement in it. And that's a standard Python thing, is that if I invoke a function and try and do something with what's returned from it and nothing is returned, it returns none. Okay, so step one. Step one is we're going to create a list and we're going to put nothing in it. So this is how we generate an empty list. What we're going to do is we're going to use the append function, which is a really useful function that is built in, and we're just going to basically run a loop n times, generate a random number, and append it. So step 2, we're going to write a loop to run n times. So for I in range 0, n, 1. And remember with this is inclusive, exclusive, and our change. So we're going to start our loop at I is 0, and we're not going to reach n. We're going to go up to n minus 1. And that's why 0 to n will give us n iteration. And now what I can do is I can make some temporary value, and I'm going to call, using the random module, I'm going to call randint, and I'm going to pass it low and high. So this is going to generate a random value where low is less than or equal to val, which is less than or equal to high. Because remember, with randint, low and high, these two parameters are inclusive. Note that I've already done this, so I've actually imported the random module at the top of the function. Sorry, not at the top of the function, at the top of the program. And now that I've generated the value, all I'm going to do is say list.append val. And that's it. What the append function does is the append function takes whatever I'm passing it and tacks it on the list. So the append function takes whatever is passed to it and adds it to the end of the list. Now, if I run this, and you probably already see the issue, if I give this a run, you'll see that it still returns none. And the reason is I haven't actually returned the list. So I'm just going to say return list, and we give this a whirl, and there we go. 10, a list of length 10 with the lowest value being 5 and the highest value being 6. And we can change this to be 15, and we can make it numbers between 123 and 634. So now we have a nice little tool to quickly randomly generate a list of ints that we can then use for whatever we need. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.